Happy New Year. Thank you for joining us. I am Ona Rajab.
And I am Mbizai Chigana, bringing you the Eye on the News for January 2nd, 2021.
On this Saturday night, the first inter-university Chinese speech competition was held in Wenzhou University. New guidelines for the upcoming winter vacations.
But one thing is that there are still some restrictions.
Extension of tuition and accommodation fees payments deadlines.
CBTV News can confirm that the deadline has been moved to
Happy New Year wishes from the international students. iSCB TV photoshoot and dinner party.
This girl is
As part of the efforts to help international students master the Chinese language and build a good relationship with locals of Wenzhou City, sponsored by Wenzhou Broadcasting and Tourism Bureau, the Wenzhou University and Wenzhou Medical University last Wednesday jointly held a Chinese speech contest for international students. Elsa Mambwe has more details.
On December 30th, 2020, the College of International Education of Wenzhou University and the School of International Studies of Wenzhou Medical University jointly held a Chinese speech competition for international students. The event was themed Wenzhou Yinshang, which means Wenzhou Impression. Held at the premises of College of International Education of Wenzhou University, 14 contestants, including some students who joined the competition online, gave their thoughts, feelings, and ideas about Wenzhou City as well as their experiences.
温州一颗大水的流水上，我觉得那个地方很亲切，很熟悉，我也不想离开这里了。
Following the presentations, the Dean of the College of International Education, Professor Ye Miao, gave the contestants helpful and insightful assessments on their performances, and later the winners were announced.
much better and much more students to give us better speech. Okay?
The night was a resounding success and was enjoyed by all.
The Chinese New Year celebration and winter vacation is fast approaching. However, COVID-19 is still hanging around and new confirmed cases emerging in many cities in China. To maintain a safe campus community, the Student Affairs of the College of International Education has issued guidelines ahead of the upcoming winter vacation. Tashinga Cecilia reports on the new guidelines.
Last year, students in Wenzhou University entered a new world of not only having virtual and online classes, but also students in China were told to cancel any traveling plans they had during the summer vacation as a way to curtail the spread of the deadly virus. With this semester approaching to an end, I got close to Mr. Daniel to find out if the university is planning to impose some restrictions during the winter vacations. This is what he said.
There are still some restrictions, and the following 3-day national holiday, and many students inquiry about traveling around in China cities, and which is not allowed. And I'd like to briefly talk about the restrictions during the next 3 days holiday. And first of all, we don't allow the students accommodate any person who travel from other cities, especially for those students living off campus. There are some people from other cities who will travel to Wenzhou, which is not. So for those students living off campus, they shouldn't accommodate those who traveled from other cities. So this is first restriction. Second restriction is that we suggest all of you just stay where you are. I mean, for those students living in the area, just stay in the area. Don't travel outside of the Chashan town. And third is that you needed to wear a mask when you get on the public transport, like the metro. The buses. Yeah, it's very important. And fourth is that everyone should be alert to the the arrival of the COVID-19. And one case was also found in Hangzhou. It's quite close to us, and I remember that one university in Hangzhou just canceled their New Year celebration gala. So the situation is getting worse in China as the winter is the high peak season for these diseases.
Okay, thank you so much.
You're welcome. And by closing, I just wish all of you a happy and a safe New Year. Bye.
Thank you.
As the semester steadily approaches an end, international students were being asked to complete payments of the fees by the end of December. Information reaching iSCB TV News indicates that there has been an extension in the payments deadline. Teresa Cassandra has more on this.
Initially, international students were encouraged to pay their school fees by the end of today, 31st December 2020 through Alipay. However, most of the students were unable to pay their school fees due to some challenges they faced using the Alipay app. After having a meeting with the students' counselors, iSCB TV News can confirm that the deadline has been moved to January 8, 2021. With me here is a report that says that on January 11, 2021, the final list of students who haven't been able to pay their fees by then will be published. This group of students won't be allowed to write their exams and won't gain any score for all their scores. This notice continues to say that at the beginning of next semester, the failure list will again be published. If by then you have completed your school fees, you will be allowed to sit for the makeup exams, but you will only be graded over 60%, which will hugely influence your scholarship. Finally, if your name is still on the list of people who failed to pay their school fees after the makeup exams, you'll be forced to drop out of school, your visa will be cancelled, and you'll be deported back to your home country. That being said, my name is Teresa Cassandra Saini, iSCB TV, College of International Education.
As the iSCB TV 5 months milestone celebrations continue, our reporters Nkosikile Dube and Nunama Dinotenda asked international students to use their native language to introduce themselves and wish everyone a happy new year. Let's have a look.
Ashley Dinotenda. Dukuinzinza pa Wenzhou University in China. So tikukukaime sema kama ndakudaro kuti muye munodzidza pa university yedu. University yakanaka. Apana chamunoshaya and tine majors ese amungade kutsvaka. Saka tikukukaime and muve negore rakanaka.
Linjani guys, ibizo lami ngusithandwa ngifunda Wenzhou University. Siyamukela lonke guys, libuye ngobuningi benu, kumnandi kuyachaza. Konke izifundo zenu lama lokunye okungaso kwesikolo bona okuzijabulisa. Libuye guys lonke ngobuningi benu kuyachaza. Alisoke lazisola liwe lo mnyaka omutsha.
Olá, meu nome é Regina Carlos Vilanculos e sou de Moçambique, mas escolhi estudar na China e estou estudando na escola Wenzhou University e vocês são muito bem-vindos aqui, é uma escola muito atraente e aprendemos muita coisa. Feliz Ano Novo, muito obrigada.
Habari zenu, naitwa Monica Everest Layo, napenda kuwatakia heri kuu ya mwaka mpya, napenda kukaribisha China, chuoni kwetu Wenzhou University, karibuni sana.
So Ona, how do you say this in Swahili?
Heri ya mwaka mpya.
Okay.
Yeah, and how do you say it in Shona?
Makorogoto egoneja.
Hey, nice.
Oh, we would love to hear from the crew members. Katarina, how do you say this in your language?
We say Feliz Ano Novo.
Wow.
And Michael, how do you say this in Akan language?
We all wish you a Happy New Year.
Earlier on this week, as part of its 5-month milestone celebrations, iSCB TV held a photo shoot and a dinner party.
Attending this event were Mr. Fang, Secretary of the College of International Education, the students' counselors, representatives from the admission office, and the iSCB TV crew members.
Let's have a look.
Mr. Original. Jeka tonse wo shwa. Nitinte bushan kama. Wakan sinza ichichi padera kashini ira to dani da pewali. Wachenda pumimbaya. Niwe shamala jive lo shwa. Nimetingo itu kwa show me ha ha se si tenten xiang shama. Nichenda de kai kai. Pura yiko ni chome tikwela. Nile wo me
I am Unauthorized.
And I am Rumbiza Ichungwena. Take care of yourself and each other.
Happy New Year.
iSCB